Dave here at the house. I'm going to be talking about detuning your snowboard. Now, as it comes from the factory, a lot of these companies will have, the boards already detuned as part of their finishing process. But basically, for everybody out there, you're going to want to do a basic detune. Now, a basic detune is going to basically have you rounding off or smoothing out the edges from your widest point about 1.5 inches in, and then all the way around the kick of the nose and the tail. This part of the edge is completely useless when you're riding. All it's going to do is cause you to catch your edge and fall, especially if you're looking to do any kind of flat ground, jibs, butters, stuff like that. You really want to take this edge off, and for pretty much 90% of the riders out there. How you accomplish this? You just take a regular metal bastard file that everybody's got laying around the house. You can take it to the board, and what I like to do is just kind of run it around the whole perimeter of the board edge at about a 45-degree angle. Then you'll do a shallower angle, then you'll do a deeper angle. Or you can go like that and rasp the board as well. Basically what we're looking to do is create a smooth surface. It doesn't have to be necessarily rounded off, but what we're looking to do is take away that razor sharp edge that comes on the board, on most of the board's factory. Just round that off, like I said, from the widest point about 1.5 inches in, and then around the kick of the nose and the tail. Once you've got it sufficiently smooth with the metal bastard file, you feel that there's burrs, little nicks and stuff, because this is inaccurate, it's not that fine. You'll feel a few little burrs running around that. Here's where a diamond stone, diamond file, or a gummy stone can be used. You're just gonna run it around and smooth that change that you just made to the board. Want to make sure it's really, really smooth. Then it's going to be faster in the snow. It's going to be smoother when you're doing the butters and stuff like that. And that would be the basic detune that pretty much everybody is going to want to do to their board if it hasn't been done at the factory already. From there, we'll move into the more aggressive park rider tune. This is for the guys that are going to be doing a lot of rails, a lot of boxes, stuff like that. Once we'll go sideways on the box of the rail. And inevitably, if you have a sharp edge, it's going to catch, it's going to pitch you back, and you're going to get hurt. To make it easier to do the tricks and move around, learn on the board, you're going to want to at least detune between the binding area. This is going to be the same thing we did for the nose and the tail detune, only targeted in between the bindings. And on this one, it totally is personal preference and how aggressive you are. If you're just learning, rails and boxes, just take the edge off a little bit. You want to still have control on the rest of the mountain as well too. So just, take that little sharp razor edge off, smooth it out. Once again, two-step process with the file and the deburring stone, the diamond stone. Now, say you're a more aggressive rail rider and only in the park, maybe doing city handrails and stuff like that, you're going to want to go more aggressive. You're going to want to pretty much round the edge completely off. And like I said, if it is only being used strictly for like rail, stuff like that, you can do the whole running length of the board. For most of my boards over the year, once I get them right out of the plastic, I'm going to take them to the stone grinder and just completely round the edge off with a few passes. You don't have a stone grinder, the file works just as good, it just takes a little bit longer. But yeah, determine if you want to ride it everywhere else, you can do in between the bindings, or whether you're just rails all the time, the whole running length. It's kind of up to you. Best advice here is just take it a little bit at a time. You can remove too much, and it's hard to go back. Or if you just do a little step at a time, take it out, ride it, you're really going to see what works the best for you. But that would be pretty much it on detuning.